Hello, so today I am making fish and chips with coleslaw and tartar sauce. So I've made this recipe once before and it turned out horrendously bad. So I'm hoping that this one actually is much better. But what you'll need is you can use like cod or halibut, but here I have about 4 cod fillets. They're about this big. And you need some beer because this is beer battered fish. I have non-alcoholic and I'm going to use these seasonings. So I have some Creole seasoning, Tony's, I have some dill weed, and then salt, pepper, garlic powder, cayenne, chili powder, onion powder, black pepper, and I'm using a little ground mustard, and then a little paprika possibly. And you also need cornstarch, flour. This is for the fish, and for the coleslaw, you'll see a little later on, but red cabbage, green cabbage, carrots, coleslaw dressing, apple cider vinegar, sugar, and then a little salt and lemon. And then tartar sauce, you'll see how I make that, but mayonnaise, lemon, relish, all those different things. So I'll start here. I have the flour mixture, which is what you'll first use to kind of coat the fish, and then you'll put in your batter to dredge. But here is this. So what it has in it is about half a cup of cornstarch. Did I mention cornstarch? Half a cup of cornstarch and 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour and a pinch of salt. It was a lot of salt that I used, so about a tablespoon and a little bit extra. Just don't go crazy though. But that's in here. So I'll show you the fish. That's what it looks like. This was frozen and thawed out. These are probably going to be some good pieces. Other recipes didn't say season your fish first, but I'm going to do it. So a little dill weed, you can see it. I'll just add a little bit, not too much. A little Tony's Creole seasoning. I don't remember how I messed it up last time. I just remember I messed it up. And it wasn't too good for whatever reason. This fish. Garlic powder. Using less than a teaspoon of all of these seasonings. Ground mustard. I just thought to add it because people use this in catfish. So might as well give it a go. Garlic powder. Black pepper. Paprika. A lot of recipes just for like salt and pepper. So if you don't want all this, just do salt and pepper. A little chili powder, just a little bit, My family doesn't do spice. Then you want to flip that over and season it again. Season both sides. I forgot to mention this, but you want all your fish to be pretty dry, so once you defrost it, just pat it with a paper towel. But here's the fish. You see how I seasoned it all? Alright, so I was making the batter and I thought I was recording, but I wasn't. But what I just did was I put 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour in here, and then I added a teaspoon of baking powder, and then I added my seasonings in again, but I didn't add the spicy seasonings like Creole seasoning, black pepper, and I didn't add the chili powder. And no dill, I didn't add dill again, but there's the batter. And now you want to add 2 cups of your beer. At this point, if you're not about to cook this, don't add the beer in until later. But I'm about to cook the fish, so I'll do my beer. Now the thing about this was, I was a bit timid to go in that alcohol section. But I did it because I needed this to make this. And I haven't made beer battered fish before because, you know, I just could never get the alcohol, but I'm old enough now, so even though this is non-alcoholic, blame it on the alcohol. Got you feeling loose. This is gonna have me feeling loose. I'm already all over the place, so good thing it's non-alcoholic. But 2 cups of this. There you go. It's a little less than 1 can. And whisk this up. Yep. Smells. Okay, it needs a little bit more. You see right now it's a paste. So I'll add the rest of this can. And you want this chilled, so I put this in the freezer so it can chill really quickly. But if you already have it refrigerated, that's better. So this is a little too thick. I'm gonna have to get the second can. You don't want it to be like pancake batter. That's too thick. Should I try a little bit? That's gross. How do y'all, not y'all, but how do people drink this stuff? It's very gross. Alright. Let's see if this is the kind of texture we're looking for. That's better. You see, that's what you're looking for. The thicker your batter, the thicker the crust is going to be. Here, one more. It's a little better. Woo, I'm feeling it. If I start acting funny, y'all know what happened. I did. But that's cornstarch. So 1/2 cup cornstarch, 1/2 cup cornstarch, 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour, and a big pinch of salt. I have my canola oil in a deep fryer at 375 degrees Fahrenheit. This would cook for about 5 to 8 minutes till it's golden, and internal temperature would be 145 degrees Fahrenheit. So you want to take your fish, here you go, put it in the flour and the cornstarch mix, and this is what's going to make the batter stick to it. So you want to have this all over your fish, no piece left uncoated, and just lightly dredge that and let the excess fall off. And then you want to dump that in your fryer. You could double coat it. And I'll go put that in the fryer. I just dropped the fish in, and that's what it looks like. I'll flip it soon. But yeah, it already looks better than it did last time. Alright, here's the fish. It looked so good. I think I remember what I did wrong last time. I overcooked it. I'm going to check the temperature real quick, but it looks good. It looks like it's cooked. The fish are done. Here's what they look like. They look so good. I hope they taste just as good as they look. It's really crispy. That's what it looks like. Alright, you got the fish now. Where's the bloody chips? Well, I'm using frozen fries, so that's already not a good look. But frozen fries, it's okay, it's fine. I'm gonna put those in the deep fryer for about 350, and they usually take a long time. So if you are making fries, I'd say make the fries first and the fish. I didn't realize how little time it would take to do the fish, so there's that. But do your fries or chips to get chips, and then you'll be done. Alright, now I'm making the coleslaw. So in this bowl I have some just cabbage, green cabbage, and red cabbage, and carrots. I chopped all this up. I use about 1/4 of red cabbage and 1/4 of green cabbage, and about like a 1.5 cups of carrots, and I just chopped them that thinly, and there's that. And so now you want to add some apple cider vinegar. I have some coleslaw dressing that you can add, but and some sugar. You just want to do all this to taste. Alright, that's about a tablespoon of that, and a tablespoon of sugar, 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. Instead of little salt, so I'll just do like 1/4, well, not even, like a little dash. And well, I'll do a little lemon juice first. Just about a teaspoon of that, a cup, or as much as you want, or a little. If you want it like really saucy, add more. If you want it a little drier, add less. It's fresh coleslaw, and you can, get the pack and all that stuff, but you can get like pre-shredded cabbage and a coleslaw pack if you want. I'm gonna try a little bit. There you go. It's very acidic, very sweet, so if you don't want sugar in it, or sweetness or acidity, just cut out everything and just only add the slaw dressing. But you want to put a lid on that and put that in the refrigerator until you're ready to eat it. Next, I'll show you how to make the tartar sauce. What you'll need is Tony's seasoning, Tony's Satcheries. That's what I like to put in mine. It's Creole seasoning, and mayonnaise, some original dill relish, and some lemon. And did I say dill? Yeah, it is dill. Dill pickle. And some dill weed. Now your fish is, if you use the kind of fish I had where it's like about that big, and you like a lot of tartar sauce, I'd say use a cup of mayonnaise. I love tartar sauce and lemon and fish. Your lemon juice just is however much you want. That's probably a tablespoon of lemon juice. I like to do a lot of relish, so see, tablespoon, 2 tablespoons. Mix that around. I never put this in here, but I'm going to see about it. It's dill weed. I'll put just barely, about like a 1/2 teaspoon. This isn't, your typical fish and chips. And Tony's, I like to put, a teaspoon in there. This isn't your typical fish and chips. It's not your, British in it fish and chips. The British chips, fish and chips, are a lot different than American. So here's your sauce. And I would show you, there you go. Seasoned, and you just put that in the fridge. The fish and chips are done. I'll have to insert a picture because I can't really show it or else everything will fall. But there you go. It looks so good. Ah! But, so here it is. Yes, as you see, really big plate. Like, people would pay $25 for this at, restaurants. But I have my coleslaw here. That's what it looks like. I know, very, like, kind of saucy. But you can do some malt vinegar. Some London poured malt vinegar. If you want. I'm not a big fan of malt vinegar. I may try it just to be in, the fish and chip kind of, just to get into that. I'll let you know how it is in the description, and if you want the recipe, just comment down below, and I'll make you a recipe. But I'll also tell you in the description how it was if I remember to do that. You see? It's the reflection from the light. But that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And yeah, I'm trying to get to 300 subscribers. Currently I have 242. So we're moving on up to the east side, to a deluxe apartment in the sky. Blame it on the non-alcohol. Blame it on the non-alcohol. But, alright, so that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. See ya.